every single day for the record, so that I could just keep everything up to date and, you know, in the same spot. I also document on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. I used to do Twitter, but then for some reason Twitter started loading in my phone as the letter X instead of Twitter. So that was really weird and I didn't trust it at all. But I just wanted to hop on and tell you guys what we did. So we're still in the same spot. It's been 10 weeks now. I'm 39 weeks pregnant. I've been pushing myself up until last week, Wednesday. We've been forcing ourselves to walk 5 to 10 blocks at least every single day. You guys who have been here all along from the beginning know that I am a very active person. I'm always at the gym. I'm always working out, and I'm always doing exercise outside if I can't get to a gym. So that's been different sitting in this tent. We just got the travel system, which has been leaving me with a tremendous amount of anxiety. Probably my number one source of anxiety, because people can get us hotel rooms. We can go to a shelter with baby. Xavier's dad can come through and give us the apartment, or he can even say, son, I want you to come home and have your old room back. I live here alone. I'm typically not even home. You know, there are a million solutions for housing, but if you don't have anything for your baby, it's a different story. If you don't have diapers, if you don't have clothes, if you don't have blankets, now you're not only in a position where you need a roof over your head, but you also need everything. So I've been slowly, little by little, balancing the difficulty of purchasing stuff, having nowhere to keep it, and also knowing that the more value I fill in my space, the more risk I'm taking over. Because anytime now that I have to go potty and we have to leave, we definitely put a lock here and police know that we're here. But it's just equally, it's very frustrating and anxiety producing to spend money that you've worked really hard on, raising or being donated. None of my donations come when I'm just asleep, you know. It's all a result of all of this documenting, reaching out to the community, explaining the situation as it stands, being very thorough in documenting, being very, very thorough. And what I mean by that is almost 500 pages of dates and times of all of these victimizations and all of the circumstances that have led up to us being in a tent. I've never been in a tent before. I don't have a drug addiction. I don't have a mental health problem. So the things that society will typically assign homeless people to make themselves feel good enough to look away, not having a problem with it, those things don't apply to me. And I'm kind of glad that I don't think anyone should be left in these positions outside with no resources, but I'm very glad that they don't, because it goes to prove, okay, your problem with so-and-so or offering funding for homelessness is that they're on drugs. Well, I'm not, right? I don't do drugs. As a matter of fact, I'm very intelligent. I don't even take ibuprofen or Tylenol right now. Am I going to get the epidural? You betcha. 100% yes. But I don't do drugs or party or any of these things that people say, well, that's how she ended up homeless. So that doesn't affect me or apply to my situation. What does affect me and apply to my situation is a large amount of corruption. Just to give you guys a brief overview before I get into what we did today,